my specific question has to do with Google and whether the deal that was made, is being made between Google and universities is a good deal for the university world. It's
What is the deal exactly? So
the deal is at Harvard secret.
Well, there we start.
The deal at Harvard is secret. So yes, it is.
What secret is it?
When I write to the general counsel and say, is Yahoo, when we are delivered from Google, the golden disk with all our digitized bits on it, are we constrained from allowing Yahoo to crawl it?
Yes.
Did I hear yes back there? Yes, you're out from under the NDA, is that right, Terry? Because the general counsel told me he couldn't tell me that. That was secret. Of course, he said, you can expect that Google would have negotiated for something like that.
But if you can't crawl things, they're not open.
Yeah, so, all right, so here, just to pose my Google
Charlie,
question.
we have a right to get the golden disk. We don't have a place to put it. Take this to take this.
Big disk.
taken down.
But all right, so just to pose a question of the kind which at least could stimulate discussion. Here, I ask you to imagine yourself hypothetically as the genius, the strategic genius of Google. You're sitting on more money than anybody has ever sat on before, and you dominate the richest internet space that there is, the search space. And you say to yourself, how could we protect ourselves against the potential in the future of competition from somebody that comes along with a slicker algorithm? Well, one way would be to get some form of exclusive on the knowledge of the great libraries of the world.
Absolutely.
Well,
It's not exclusive.
they'll never do an exclusive. Yes, but if we offer to digitize their collection, and if it's truly a pain in the ass to digitize a collection such that once it's done, it's unlikely that the universities will do it again, and we pick them off one by one, telling them that it's greatly to their advantage to have their collections digitized, who else is going to do it for you? Perhaps they'll do it just for the cost of us doing it. And we can build ourselves an immense shield against competition for the future that, yes, isn't absolutely impenetrable, but it's mighty thick. Now, how much would that be worth to the strategic thinker sitting on Google billions? So, yeah, a lot. A lot.
I get the answer to that.
Yeah. And what it says, though, is it says, who represents the university world?
Has
Nobody.
anyone, Charlie, has anyone looked into what they did with public universities?
Yes, the University of California and the University of Michigan are both FOIA sites, and their contracts are public. The University of Michigan contract was early drafted and is just one of the worst contracts I've ever looked at. I can't tell what the hell it means. The University of California is a little bit better, and here is what Google would say. Google would say, our contract is not exclusive. California, Harvard, anyone could make a deal with Yahoo tomorrow to have Yahoo come in and digitize their collection, just as we've done. It's true, you'd have to duplicate the effort. But all right, so you have to duplicate the effort. And there is undoubtedly some price at which Harvard would agree to let another competitor digitize its collection. No matter how much the trouble, there's some clearing price. And all right, that may be true, and that is exactly the size of the shield that Google's built, so that the new company with the better algorithm has got to come along and invest all of that before it can say to the world, we search the great libraries of the world, as does Google. All right, at least this is a question that arises in my mind. I would like to see it explored. I've been amazed to see Harvard University deal with its core asset, the library of the university, with the sharpest corporate entity in the world in internet space. I mean, just think of it in terms of the bargaining table. You've got the sharpest internet folk in the world dealing with Harvard. So who was it that they dealt with at Harvard? It was our librarians, nice, good people. Sid Verbas, an honorable man. Terry Martin, no doubt, an honorable man. Right, Terry?
I wasn't at the table.
You
Can you search the table?
Right, right, right.
I wanted to do more, actually. You know, it's costing me money to send books to do this.
Really?
Really?
The reason we did it was we thought, you know, that this is a nice resource, we ought to share it with the world. And now you're, Mr. Openness, is criticizing us for this.
I tell you what I'm criticizing. I don't think we made a good deal.
What's a good deal?
I love the fact that the books are going to be made available to a very wide audience. But I hate the fact that we didn't get bupkis for it. And from my point of view, I would like to see the universities empowered with money, real funding, to do a whole lot of open source stuff. I mean, we're talking about looking for where it comes from. It comes from making a good deal with the largest company in the world when you give them your family jewels.